only Padlik Tasuri, Naga Arjun, then we have Samanta Bhadra in the 3rd century. Now you see, there was a very important thing. We had a Pushpa Ayurved, which consisted the preparation of various drugs from the flowers, and this was something which was very unique about Jain literature. The only book available at present on Jain Agamic literature on ancient therapeutic is Kalyan Karak by Ugradadya Charya. This book is still available at present. I will not go into the more detail, but in this there is a special chapter that why you should not use meat, why you should not use honey, and why you should not use anything which is not permitted by the Jain tradition. Let's go into the detail. Kalyan Karak, then Pujyapad, then we had scholars from 6th century to the 7th century and the various subjects on which they worked. Post Pujyapad period, another number of people who worked on this. And Hemchandracharya, his dictionary on plant is even as popular as it was in those days, even as on today. Then we have people on 13th century and about 100 scholars, and we have I'll just okay. So friends, it's a very small presentation, but if anybody of you who is interested to learn more on ancient literature on Jain therapeutics, you can contact us at University of Mumbai. Thank you very much.
University of Mumbai is the professor in Jainology and diploma courses are going on. One quick question, Sanjay.
Yeah.
मैं हूँ संजय खंडे। एक छोटा सा प्रश्न है, आज जैनोलॉजी में बॉम्बे यूनिवर्सिटी जैन थेरापिटिक्स का कोई कोर्स चलाता है?
जैन धर्म पे हम लोग 4 कोर्स
जैन धर्म पे नहीं, जैन थेरापिटिक्स,
Jain philosophy.
थेरापिटिक्स।
No. We are planning, it's a very good thing, we are planning with JDF only to work on research of this and start a certificate and diploma course, which at some colleges they have already accepted the proposal.
Our next speaker is Dr. Shreya Chalani from Bangalore, and he is going to tell us about the fellowship. Ritesh Solanki, are you around?
Hello.
Ritesh Solanki from Pune is going to tell us about how we made JDF chapter in Pune, and start Ritesh. From there or here?
From here, started. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So this is going to be just a small, say, what we did from yesterday morning, just to sum up what to do, how to do, was being taught, what attitude we should have was being taught, how to put these things in practice, how to practically make a JDF chapter, how to make any group, basically. And this is going to be more helpful for the one who don't have any local body at their level. For that, I would thank you for the JDF and JDF for allowing me to give this platform. First thing, to start a group, you need certain base. That base can be a theoretical or which your practical approaches will be based. In theory, what a group requires is, there is one organization which itself you can start this creation right from the organization or some other group under that organization. Overall, the concept involves 4 criteria. First, an organization. Second thing comes is a group which for we are here and thousands of rupees has been spent to train us so that we could utilize this training to strengthen the NJDF. For this, what expectations that Mumbai JDF and NJDF has from us was to develop, was to explore, was to create and stronger and deeper roots for which the base they have created. Now for this, to form a group, we need a group itself we need an individual, and the most important thing is the persistence, which is maintained by the coordination between the above three. So that is that. To start with, we need an organization. For us, we are lucky organization does exist. We need a step ahead, which is expected from us. And for define an organization, what it is it's a group, society, club, business, especially a large one with a particular aim. Our aim is to expand JDF. We have got our own objectives, we have got our own constitution. And for this purpose, this reason, we have to form a group. Now I would like to consider an important part, the pride of organization. This pride you can apply at the level of nation, at the level of state, at the level of region, at the level of your local body, and at the level of an individual committee. What this pride comprises is something central body. Central body for us we consider here as an say NJDF. Someone might consider some Jain philosophical principles, or an JDF Pune chapter, or say an committee. Second part on the second angle would cover is a group. A group may be an whole Mumbai JDF, और मुंबई JDF के अंदर में एक ट्रांसपोर्ट कमिटी हो, उसके अंदर की कोई सब कमिटी हो. This will take care of the second part, that is the group. Third one comes the individual. For your group you need members. For NJDF we need JDF chapters. For individual JDF chapters we need some working body. Every body might some form some committees. For committees we need some individuals. We need members for them. That is, we need some individual person. This is what I have covered already, is organization, the reason and the purpose. Many organizations might have been formed, but they did not persist. With management, the importance of the management that has been increasing in every field, it is just because to maintain, to sustain, to retain. Some few years back there was not so much craze about management, hospital management, say hotel management. Now these concepts have been increasing to sustain, to make what you create persist for the long lasting effect that you want to cast on the society. Basically these organizations have broken down because there have been certain lack of coordination, lack of management, and basically 90% of the time being individual involvement, human individual involved, it can be traced down to the history. It is usually redirected to something which is conflict, problem solving. When problems come, your organization, your chapter, your body, you as an individual, you as a leader should have that capability to solve the problem, which is a second important part, or the most important part, to retain your organization. Then comes JDF as an organization. Now, JDF is not an, as I've said, a simple organization. It would be defined as a complex organization. As I've said earlier, it comprises one NJDF. NJDF के अंदर में 10, 15, 20, 40 छोटे-छोटे JDF. हर JDF के अंदर में छोटा-छोटा लोकल बॉडी बनेगा. हर लोकल बॉडी के अंदर एक रीजन बनेगा. एरियाज डिवाइड होंगे. Students wing होएगा, अलग-अलग wing. This is going to be the future. In which way we have planned the JDF chapters. Now coming to the group, what is expected from your side? I would just sum up. Yes. One important, what an organizational behavior. If you want to create the impact of what NJDF did, it reflects to what we do. What we do as an NJDF office bearers, what we do as an individual members or a representative. So that I would request you to what we do will be reflected at the base of NJDF. That is what I would like to just sum up. This theory which we used at Pune to form the JDF Pune chapter. Thank you.
Dr. Gemawat from Suratala. Okay. Dr. Gemawat is going to say about inspirational presidential speech. When he becomes a president of any JDS, Surat or any other place, what should be the contents of his speech to motivate or give inspiration to his members? PowerPoint બીજું કોઈ હેન્ડલ કરી શકતો તો કરો रितेश करेगा ना और यू वांट टू आपको माने लाइक कि ओके दैट्स राइट
Lot of things have discussed in last 2 days, and we have learned a lot of things to improve at our chapter level, and we hope that the JDF will strengthen now and it will become a national institution as other like IMA and as a leading institution for the medical professionals. I will just enumerate some aim and objects which we thought at Surat level, and I want to enumerate these aim and objects for JDF. What I find in last 3-4 years, what we thought, the coordination is not proper. So our aim to improve the coordination and interaction between healthcare professional and our Sadhu Bhagwans. Because when we are going to some of our Sadhu Bhagwans, they don't know about the JDF. So we have to tell from start what is JDF, what is our aims and objects. So my concern is to downline propagate the information to all Sadhu Bhagwans irrespective of Sampradayas, to all Sampradaya Sadhu Bhagwans should know about the JDF, aim and object, so we can do better work. To explore importance and effect of the Jain philosophy on the health. To explore advantage of Jain diet on the fitness level. It needs to involve more and more dietitian in our institution.
Dr. Gemawat, actually your subject was how a president should give a speech to their members in a meeting or a function. Actually, you are going to aims and objects, which is already been discussed. It is happening now, repetition. But anyway, you have done preparation. I will give you 2 minutes to make it fast, whatever presentation you want to make. Thank you.
Sorry, I am not prepared on that.
No, it's okay.
but
Because
fast.
When I joined JDF, I was trying to become an active member of JDF, and last year I was elected as a president for the Surat branch, and I have tried to increase more and more members by different means, and as a president I would like to say that we will succeed in making more than 100 members in last 1 year.
Very good.
And I tried to make it this JDF as a social group, and we organized around 4 camps during the flood in the Surat at different places, and that camp has covered about more than 1,000 persons in the rural areas of the Surat during the flood, and we have got the all support from our non-JDF members as a medicines and other infrastructures. So I think we all should improve in that way, to improve more members and to clear our aim and objects to our members. One question came to me during my last 1 year, that some of my friends don't want to become the member of JDF, even they though are medical professional in Jain. They are saying this is the religious group, so we don't want to become the member of the religious group. Then I told them, this is not a religious group only, this is a professional group which is based on our Jain philosophy and ethics. So we have something to clear the doubts of our friends that how we can proceeding as a Jain professional group. So we should do something on that, so we can clear our doubts of some of our friends.
Yeah, I think whatever Dr. Gemawat has said regarding his experience and particularly 100 members he could increase at Surat, I think it was commendable. I just want to know from Gemawat, for the information of our other friend, what special you did to increase those membership? In a short, what special step you have done? Doesn't mind if we take a couple of minutes in this. Any one or
With
two
the
steps?
support, yes, with the support of all our different Acharya Bhagwans during the Chaturmas, during the Vaiyavach program, we are doing since last 3 years. We invited our non-member friend to these programs, and we convinced them how to, what the benefit of becoming the member of JDF, and by sending them the circulars, regular circulars, and communication. Communication is very important in this era, like SMS and telephonic talks and emails. So I have used email and SMS as my primary communication measure to promote the people to become the member of JDF and the importance of JDF.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this was very important media to attract the member by doing a different activities. We all doctors are doing medical checkup camps. And one more.
Friends,
Thank you.
actually I wanted to apologize because I was not knowing. Actually originally this subject was not given to it was given to there was some lack of communication. Okay.
One information to be shared, Dr. Gemawat, when there was a flood in the Surat, from Bombay when our Veparis, the Mukesh Vardhan and Kanungoji went there for distribution of medicine and this, they contacted us whether JDF Mumbai can help. But I said people cannot reach to Surat, but we have a JDF Surat. And I contacted Gemawat and Anand Jain, and they coordinated. They said our houses and our clinics are full with the floods, but still they volunteered their services, and Mukesh ji and Kanungoji appreciated JDF Surat activities. Though their houses were full of water, they said we are solving our problems. Still they could give the time, and they really appreciated their efforts. Thank you, and keeping the flag of JDF high.
Comment तो यही है कि actually by some communication gap, so subject was like what is the president is planning to do. Only thing is some headings are different, aims and objects. What we are planning to do. So planning is not planning, the headings are aims and objects. Those are different.
Friends, another subject is Jain from Bhopal. He will speak on role of the JDF secretary. In fact, you know, where is Dr. Anurag Jain? He is not here. I think he is not in the hall at present. We invite Dr. Jivraj Shah, the founder chairman of the JDF Mumbai. He will speak on a very, very important subject which we Jain have always neglected, and particularly the doctors, the role of JDF. And
गुरु भगवान को वंदन। मंच सम्मानित सदन, मैंने सब्जेक्ट लॉट ऑफ मेडिकोस इन प्रेजेंट पॉलिटिकल सिनेरियो के मेरा विचार रखना चाहा। ये सब्जेक्ट क्यों लिया गया, तो मैं कहना चाहूंगा, आज से करीब 55 साल पहले राष्ट्रसंत वंडर श्री स्वर्गीय महाराज साहब का चौमासा बम्बई में था। उस समय पर सभी गच्छों के गच्छाधिपति साधु संतों का एक मिलन देवकर मेंशन जैन आराधना भवन में हुआ था। उस समय भारत को आजादी मिलकर कुछ 5-6 साल हुआ था। डेमोक्रेसी के अंदर भविष्य में क्या हो सकता है, इसकी दीर्घदृष्टि आचार्य गुरु में थी। उन्होंने उनके व्याख्यान में उस समय जो कहा था कि डेमोक्रेसी के अंदर जो 4 आधार स्तंभ के अपन जो बात कर रहे हैं, शासन, प्रशासन, जुडिशरी एंड प्रेस, यदि इन चारों आधार स्तंभ के अंदर जैन लोगों का रिप्रेजेंटेशन नहीं रहेगा तो शायद अपने धर्म को, अपने संस्कार को, अपनी संस्कृति को खतरा हो सकता है। उन्होंने जो कहा था कि हर व्यक्ति को एजुकेशन में जाना चाहिए, एजुकेशन के माध्यम से इस 4 आधार स्तंभ के अंदर अपनी जगह बनानी चाहिए। 1952 के चुनाव के अंदर भारत में से 48 एमपी जैन चुन के आए थे, 4 राज्यसभा के मेंबर थे, टोटल 52। ये फिगर धीरे धीरे कम होते गया। आज शायद मुझे लगता है कि लोकसभा में 2 जैन प्रतिनिधि अब हैं, और इसके कारण जो अपना आवाज को न रख सकने के कारण जो चीजें आ रही है वो साधु भगवतों ने आपके को कई बार बताई है, इसलिए मैं वो दोहराना नहीं चाहता। लेकिन मेडिकोस का रोल कैसे हो सकता है उसके बारे में बताऊंगा, क्योंकि ये 4 आधार स्तंभ के अंदर जो कोई मदद कर सकते हैं, तो बिजनेस कम्युनिटी है, वो अपने स्वार्थ के कारण कई बार पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के सामने आने से डरती है, ये सत्य हकीकत है। दूसरे हैं सीए एंड एडवोकेट्स, उनका जो एक्सपोजर है वो सीमित है, बहुत कम मात्रा में जनता उनके पास जाने की जरूरत पड़ती है जनता को। और सबसे ज्यादा जिसका एक्सपोजर लोगों के बीच में है वो मेडिकोस है। और मेडिकोस यदि पब्लिक के अंदर अवेयरनेस की प्रक्रिया को शुरू करे तो क्या हो सकता है उसकी मैं बात करना चाहूंगा। उसके पहले इतना ही एक छोटा सा उदाहरण दूंगा कि बंबई महानगर पालिका के अंदर 57 के चुनाव के बाद 60 की नगर पालिका के अंदर 18 एमबीबीएस डॉक्टर थे और 22 एडवोकेट थे। और आज 1997 में जब मैं कॉर्पोरेशन में गया तो एमबीबीएस डॉक्टर 2 लोग थे 227 में से, और 2002 के चुनाव में एमबीबीएस डॉक्टर एक भी नहीं था। एक आयुर्वेदिक, एक होम्योपैथिक, 2 डॉक्टर आज महानगर पालिका के अंदर है। और इसलिए पूरे हिंदुस्तान के अंदर यही सिनेरियो देखने को मिल रहा है। तो हम जो डॉक्टर्स हैं वो 3 इसमें काम कर सकते हैं। एक तो डायरेक्ट इन्वॉल्वमेंट। डायरेक्ट इन्वॉल्वमेंट में आज की राजनीति में सबको डर लगता है कि राजकारण गंदा है, क्यों जाना चाहिए वगैरह वगैरह, और इसलिए आने से डरते हैं। लेकिन गंदगी है करके दूर रहेंगे तो मैं समझता हूं कि आप आपकी जनरेशन को उस राजकारण और लोग के भरोसे छोड़ोगे कि 10 साल 15 साल के बाद शायद आपके परिवार को हिंदुस्तान में रहना कठिन हो जाएगा। दूसरी बात है इनडायरेक्ट। जब चुनाव आता है कम से कम मेडिकोस अपने एरिया के अंदर एक अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करके जनता के सामने सही क्या है और क्या नहीं, उसके लिए यदि कुछ समय दें तो भी मैं समझता हूं कि मेडिकोस ने अपनी फर्ज निभाई, ऐसा मैं समझता हूं। और तीसरा, यदि जनप्रतिनिधि नहीं बनना चाहे कोई बात नहीं, पर पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के अंदर आप कुछ न कुछ हिस्सा लेकर थोड़ा समय जरूर देना पड़ेगा। लेकिन यदि धर्म की रक्षा करनी है, संस्कार और संस्कृति की रक्षा करनी है, तो शायद यदि अपने धर्म को बचाना है तो आपको कुछ समय देना पड़ेगा। नहीं दोगे तो क्या परिस्थिति हो सकती है। महाराज साहब ने कई बार कहा है, मैं उस लॉ कमीशन के जो 13वां 15वां एप्लीकेशन क्या आ रहा है उसमें जाना नहीं चाहता, दोहराना नहीं चाहता। लेकिन जैन प्रतिनिधि होता है तो क्या हो सकता है, उसका एक उदाहरण मैं कहूंगा। 1997 में जब मैं काउंसिलर था, महानगर पालिका में आया था कि बम्बई के अंदर कुत्ते बहुत बढ़ गए हैं। एक जमाने में कुत्ते को मारा जाता, जो रेबीज होते हैं उसको मार दिया जाता था। वही प्रपोजल लीडर ऑफ द हाउस की तरफ से कॉर्पोरेशन में आया था। हम 5 जैन काउंसलर थे, उसमें मैं एक डॉक्टर था। उसका विरोध करने के बाद कुत्ते को गोली से मारने का सुझाव हम रुकवा सके। तो दोस्तों, ये बात है कि जैन डॉक्टर्स जो हैं, बाकी डॉक्टर्स जो है राजनीति में अभी भी आ रहे हैं, जैन डॉक्टर्स शायद बंबई के अंदर आज की तारीख में राजनीति में हिस्सा लेने के लिए बहुत बहुत कम है। लेकिन नेताओं की भाषा तो आप सामने बैठे हो तो बदल जाते हैं, बदल जाती है। इसलिए आपका लेना जरूरी है, क्योंकि जो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज में जो लोग हैं ऑफिस बेरर, वो पार्टी की पॉलिसी को वोट देने में यदि सक्षम है तो जैन धर्म पे आने वाली जो दुर्घटना जो आने वाली थी वो हमारे जैन एमएलए ने रोकी। इसी तरह से मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि पॉलिटिकल अवेयरनेस के लिए जैसे जेडीएफ कैंप करती है वगैरह वगैरह, लेकिन आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते तो दवाखाने में बैठकर एक डिसाइड करो कि मैं महीने में हफ्ते में एक 15 मिनट 5 या 6 परिवार को बिठाकर राजनीतिक अवेयरनेस का कुछ बातें डायलॉग के माध्यम से यदि कर सके तो 12 महीने के अंदर अब 300-400 परिवार के बीच में यदि आपने अवेयरनेस क्रिएट कर दी और वो अवेयरनेस के माध्यम से सही व्यक्ति सही समय पर यदि चुन के भेजा और आपने किसी को सपोर्ट किया तो वो आपकी बात मानेगा। कभी जो अड़चन आती है, आज अपने माई बाप कोई नहीं है महानगर पालिका के अंदर, जैन लोग जब जाते हैं डोनेशन देने को भी तो उनको पूछने वाला कोई नहीं है। इसलिए दोस्तों, ये प्रेजेंट पॉलिटिकल सिनेरियो जो दिन प्रतिदिन खराब होते जा रहा है, जिस तरह का अत्याचार शासन और जैन कम्युनिटी के ऊपर आ रहा है, उसको बचाना है तो मैं चाहूंगा कि प्रेजेंट पॉलिटिकल सिनेरियो में आपको तन मन धन और कुछ हिस्सा लेकर आगे आना चाहिए।
पॉलिटिक्स में अगर हमारे लोग जाएंगे तो जेडीएफ को तो फायदा होगा ही, जैन धर्म को भी फायदा होगा। सबसे बड़ा फायदा मुझे होगा, क्योंकि मेरी बहुत इच्छा है कि मेरा कोई दोस्त पॉलिटिशियन बने, मिनिस्टर बने, बड़ा बंगलो हो, नहीं बड़ा बंगलो हो और उसमें मैं रिलैक्स करके मजा कर सकूं। मेरे दोस्त जो पॉलिटिशियन है पार्लियामेंट में जाए, जो करना है करते रहे। ये तो जोक की बात हो गई। दोस्तों, मैं पॉलिटिक्स में नहीं जा सकता क्योंकि मैं आई एम टू ब्लंट और मेरी शायद डिपॉजिट चली जाएगी। तो दोस्तों, मैं वहीं ठीक हूं जहां इलेक्शन नहीं होती। मेरा आगे नहीं, हमारे जज डिसाइड करेंगे कि आउट ऑफ दिस 7 स्पीचेस विच वर द बेस्ट एंड रनर अप एंड टिल दे आर डूइंग, our dear friend Dr. Sanjay Chhajan, I will invite him. He is from Mumbai, JDF. From Dr. Sanjay Chhajan, he would like to say 2 minutes regarding his views on the leadership seminar workshop which we had for last 2 days. Till that time, judges will come out with the presentation. Very quickly, we will give the awards for this presentation and also for the overall involvement in this workshop. And then the whole stage is with our Pujya Nai Padma Sagar ji.
परम आदरणीय गुरुदेव के चरणों में कोटि कोटि वंदना। मैं सबसे पहले श्री केवल जी और भरत भाई का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं कि उन्होंने ये सोचा कि जेडीएफ के सदस्यों को लीडरशिप ट्रेनिंग देने की आवश्यकता है। जेडीएफ एनजेडीएफ को एक बड़े अच्छे मुकाम पर बंबई के कॉन्फ्रेंस में आने के बाद कुछ हमारे लीडरों में होने वाले कमियों के कारण ग्रहण सा लगने लगा था। ऐसे स्थिति में ऐसे किसी वर्कशॉप की बहुत तेजी से आवश्यकता थी कि हम लोगों को एक जानकारी हो कि लीडरशिप क्या हो, कैसे बंधा जाए, किस तरीके से बंधारण का फॉलोअप किया जाए। और उन्होंने मात्र आमंत्रित सदस्यों के लिए जिनसे यह लिखवाकर कि वो बंधारण का पूर्णतया पालन करेंगे, इसकी कंसेंट देंगे, मात्र उन्हीं को आमंत्रित कर एक नया विचार सबके सामने रखा। गणेश शास्त्री जी ने जो ज्ञान हमें पिछले 1.5 दिनों में दिया, वो शायद हमें ये बोलने की प्रेरणा बहुत अधिक मात्रा में क्रिएट करेगा कि क्या सच है। संभवतः हमारी अनेक खामियों को उन्होंने देखा, परखा, जाना और हमको समझाने का प्रयास किया। हमें जरूरत है कि अभी अपने आप में झांके, क्या हम बंधारण का पालन करते हैं? क्या बंधारण में दिए गए नियमों के अनुसार पर हम अपने अधिकारियों का चुनाव करते हैं? क्या हम बंधारण में दिए गए कार्यक्रमों को पूर्णतया पालन करने का प्रयास करते हैं? और शायद ये मैसेज लेकर हम यहां से जाएंगे, हमें किस तरीके से काम करना चाहिए। जैन डॉक्टरों को, सभी फिरके के डॉक्टरों को इकट्ठा करने के लिए किस दिशा निर्देशन में हमें काम करना चाहिए, और उन दिशा निर्देशों के अनुसार, पूजनीय गुरुदेव के आदेशानुसार न मात्र जैन डॉक्टरों को अपितु संपूर्ण जैन समाज को एक मंच पर इकट्ठा लाकर क्या हम कर सकेंगे। आपने मुझे यहां बोलने का सुअवसर दिया, इसलिए मैं आपका पुनः एक बार आभारी हूं, तथा आपने सभी ने सुना, इसलिए आपका भी धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Dr. Sanjay Chajan, for all the praises you have showered on me and Bharat and my our organizing team. Now, I request Dr. Sudisha, our chairman, and Dr. Begani, our president, to announce the winner of this presentation and the runner of the.
I think we will not have a discussion because then we will be missing the very good margdarshan from our ministry.
I hope you will all agree that everybody tried its own best to present their views, and we are enlightened. Some of the suggestions were really very constructive, and as Dr. Jain has noted down, we will try to implement them. There are suggestions from Dr. Chalid also, and for any organization to grow, constructive suggestions are always welcome. We will try to improve upon that. And with that, I give mic to my counterpart, Dr. Begani, the perfect gentleman, to announce the results of the presentations. Before that, I take this opportunity because I will be leaving in next 15 minutes to have to catch a flight. So I just want to utilize this opportunity to thank all of you again and again. And also I want to express my sorry if I have hurt anybody anywhere during our tenure. Any of us, please pardon us, Michhami Dukram, and always remain with us, and let's have better and better constructive work, constructive suggestions, and let's grow faster and better. That's the message that I will conclude with. Dr. Begani.
Applause for Dr. Sudhir Bhai, please.
Thank you very much, Vivan. आपने सभी स्पीकरों को सुना और मेरी नेक टू नेक कंपटीशन था, फिर भी अल्टीमेटली वी हैव टू टेक ए डिसीजन. फर्स्ट प्राइज goes to Vipin Doshi.
Vipin Bhai is gone. Suitable price for him. The good medical. मैं नहीं लूँगा उनके बच्चे. हाँ, collect कर लूँगा मैं. I will act as a courier to send to his premises.
Then Dr. Pradeep Jain. It was extempore, without any preparation, and he conveyed his message in very brief. And Dr. K.K. Shah.
For interaction also we had kept 2 prizes and Dr. Sastry has judged 2 people.
I just want to share one information. Dr. K.K. Shah is 75 or 74. You know, he is one of the founder member of JDF itself. So the earliest man in our with this kind permission, I am giving you one fact which will make you understand why we gave him an additional prize. He had just undergone bypass surgery. I have treated him for left MCA stroke, which means aphasia, right hemiparesis, memory loss. He has just recovered in 3 months. You can see the way he presented.
For best interaction in the leadership workshop, we had kept prizes with our faculty, Dr. Sastry, and Dr. Sastry has given me these 2 names. The first prize goes to Dr. Chajed for the best interaction in the workshop. Chajed from Mumbai. Sanjay Chajed from JDF Mumbai for the best interaction in the workshop. We are not worried about troublemakers. And the second prize goes to Dr. Sheetal Kumar Brahmabuddhe. From Sangli. Congratulations to both of you. Thank you very much. And now we request our Param Pujya Muni Sri Nehmat Sagarji to give his blessings.
I, on behalf of JDF Mumbai committee members, extend my sincere thanks to Shri Narendra Kumar Bazurta for his generous gesture in sponsoring this leadership workshop, and Shri Prakash Burmanji Jain for I2I Enterprises for inaugurating this workshop as chief guest. I would like to thank the office bearers of NJDF, family members of JDF, Chairman Dr. Sudhir Shah, President Dr. M.M. Begani, for giving JDF Mumbai this opportunity to organize this first ever leadership workshop for national coordinators. I thank all the delegates who have spared their valuable time to strengthen the JDF leadership base and taking active participation during various sessions in this leadership workshop. I would like to extend my special thanks to Dr. Ganesh Shastri for accepting our invitation to train the coordinators for enlightening our leaders about the various aspects of leadership. To all the speakers for their preparations and presentation, to organizing committee members and office bearers and members of JDF Mumbai for their untiring efforts to make this leadership workshop a grand success. To the trustees and management of Ravji Jivraj Welfare Trust, which is this present hall where you are sitting, and its staff. To the trustees and management of the St. Motisa Jain Temple for providing accommodation facilities, and to the doctors of JDF Mumbai for taking care of the delegates for their comfortable stay, and for the transport committee. Especially I would like to mention Dr. Mahesh Bhandari, Dr. Lalit Jain, Dr. S.P. Oswal and Dr. Ramesh Sakaria. Mr. Chotubai Shah and students also, Akshay Bapna and Nikesh Gosrani, and Mr. Chotubai Shah and the members of Jain Printery who sat along with us till night 4 o'clock for presenting this beautiful souvenir which all these delegates have received. To Gala Caterers for the delicious food, and Dr. Vijay Jain for monitoring the catering division, to the Yuvak Mahasangh, especially Mr. Mahesh Bhai Kuthari, Harish Bhai, Anil Bhai, Shishir Bhai and Hemant Bhai. To our secretarial staff, Meena, Shankar and Mr. Chandrakant Salvi for back office. And at the end,
आज विशेष बहुमान करेगा वो मीना बहन का भी बहुत अच्छा कोऑर्डिनेट करती है. मैं चाहूंगा कि कम से कम आज का ये प्रसंग है, भले ही आप पगार नहीं देते हैं, पर 5,555 रुपया अलग से आज उनको दीजिए।
Meena deserves a special applause.
आपके यहाँ से लड़का भी आता है तो भी बहुत ये सेवा बहुत दोनों को अच्छा ही लगता है।
And at the end, all the well-wishers and friends who have directly or indirectly helped us in successful organization of this workshop. Thank you.
दो बातें कह देता हूँ। एक तो
और जो भी कोऑर्डिनेटर्स आउट ऑफ इंडिया से आए, आउट ऑफ बॉम्बे से, उनके लिए बस व्यवस्था है, बाइक राइडिंग के लिए खाने के बाद चौबिया की व्यवस्था है। प्लीज टेक द डिनर एंड देन गो टू बाइकला, बस इज देयर। मांगलिक सुनती नहीं।
मंगलम भगवान वीरो मंगलम गौतम प्रभु मंगलम सूर्यभद्राध्याय जैन धर्मस्तु मंगलम अंगूठे अमृतवसे लब्धि धना भंडार श्री गुरु गौतम समरिये वांछित फल दातार सर्वथा सबु सुखी जाओ पाप न कोई आचरो राग द्वेष मुक्त थईने मोक्ष सुख सहु जग भरो सर्व मंगल मांगल्यम सर्व कल्याण कारणम प्रधानम सर्वधर्माणाम चैनम जयति शाश्वतम्।